Welcome, scholars! This is Professor Leah Colchado introducing myself for the first time to my students. Hello, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be your professor this fall semester, and welcome to Freshman Composition. Welcome to English Composition, and I wanted to make this first video for my students so that way you all could know a little bit more about me, who I am as a person, and just, get to know a little bit about me, Professor C. Why don't we go ahead and start off with the pronunciation of my last name, just because I know that in the past students sort of like trip over my last name. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. But just to make it easier on everybody, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all how to pronounce my last name. It is Colchado. Colchado. So you are more than welcome to call me Professor Colchado. I also respond to Professor C. Both of those, you are more than welcome to call me, as I said. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit about me. First of all, I'm going to take off my glasses because this mirror light is like really messing me up. Look at that. It looks like I have alien eyes. Ooh, I look possessed. Okay, I'm going to stop. All right, so let me go ahead and take off my glasses because it's distracting me. I don't know if it's distracting you guys. So, a few things about me. I'll go ahead and start listing some basic things. So, my favorite shows right now, some of my favorite shows, my favorite genres are anime, K-drama. I like Ghost. I like the Ghost hunter shows. I think those are pretty cool. It's my jam. And I love Sailor Moon. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm a Moonie. Movies. I love Studio Ghibli movies. Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle is like my number one Studio Ghibli movie. All those, you name it, Studio Ghibli. Could I really call myself a millennial if I wasn't into Harry Potter? I don't know, but I love Harry Potter anyways. I'm a Slytherin, so... Anyways, I love Lord of the Rings. And yeah, so that pretty much does it for my favorite shows and genres, movies. Favorite music? Well, that's a tough one because I'm a lover of pretty much all types of music. I love anything that I can relate to, that I can vibe to. Pretty much. But I gotta say, I tend to gravitate more towards the early 2000s R&B, like Nelly, Mariah Carey, Destiny's Child, Lil Rob, like that type of music. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. I mean, like I said, whatever music I like. I don't discriminate. Although I will say I'm not a huge fan of country, but there are some country songs that are, they're fire, so like I'll listen to them, yeah. A weird fact about me is that I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with ASMR, but I love ASMR. Maybe one more weird fact about me, although I hope I don't weird you guys out too much. But I'll go ahead and share this. So when I was a kid, I thought I was Sailor Moon. So, I mean, hey, Sailor Scouts undercover, they didn't know that they were Sailor Scouts until, like, they were, 14? Favorite books? Favorite books. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one. You guys obviously see one of my bookshelves, but there's like 3 other bookshelves in this room full of books. probably my number one favorite book is Borderlands La Frontera by Gloria Anzaldúa. Here's a heads up. That name is going to be very familiar. You guys are going to become very familiar with that name throughout the semester. We are going to read Gloria Anzaldúa quite often throughout the semester. But yeah, definitely Borderlands La Frontera is one of my hands down all-time favorite books. The Black Jeweled trilogy. It's really good, but I'm a nerd, so I mean, I enjoyed it. That's just one of the trilogies I'll go back to over and over again, just like Harry Potter and just like Lord of the Rings. Books I'm currently reading. Currently reading several books at the moment. So I'll go ahead and just say it. I never finished reading the entire Harry Potter series because there's a reason. Because when Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince came out, I was so mad that Dumbledore died. I threw the book at my wall. Okay, I was like a little melodramatic preteen. I threw my book at the wall and I was so upset, and I forced myself to read the rest of the Half-Blood Prince. And then I sort of didn't want to read the Deathly Hallows because I knew I was going to be sad, and I was right. So, but you know, one of the books I'm currently reading is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I have to regain my honor as a Potterhead fan. Another book I'm reading, that's one book I'm reading right now. Another book I'm reading is Hood Feminism. Very good read. I'm looking this way because I'm looking at my nightstand and it has all of my books that I read. I'm reading The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien, which is the very first book in the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series, which it's basically like an origin story. It's amazing. I'm reading The Virgin and the Moon, which is a book that takes a look at, literary critical analysis of tropes within literature, but specifically like female tropes, which is also pretty good. And This Bridge Called My Back. But other than that, those are the books I'm reading right now. I would highly recommend reading Borderlands La Frontera by Gloria Anzaldúa. Probably Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. That's a good read. Maybe you guys, I know a lot of y'all have probably already seen the movie, but nada que ver with the book, okay? That's all I gotta say. Read the book. Pets. Do I have any pets? Yes, I do. I do have pets. If you guys have already seen the syllabus, you will know that I have a pet, and her name is Kiki. She's more like my child, my spoiled, rotten child. But yeah, Kiki, she's a little black furry cat, and I love her. Favorite holiday? Hands down, for me, it's Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday, and then my second favorite holiday is Halloween. So I think Halloween falls on a Saturday this year, if I'm not mistaken. So the last day our class meets is a Thursday. So I just want to let you guys know right now, expect for me to show up in a costume Thursday, 2 days early, because that's just how I roll. And I will go ahead and say this now. If you guys want to show up to lab in a Halloween costume or in a costume, or you just want to be fun and creative and do like a drawing on your face, like, yeah, go for it. So I know that a lot of you all are, first starting out on your collegiate journey. This is, perhaps for some of you guys, this is your first semester in college, and it could be really scary. It can be intimidating. You're navigating unknown waters. For a lot of you all, like as it was in my case, you're first generation. You're the first in your family to pursue a college degree, and maybe you had to go through the whole financial aid thing like by yourself, and it was scary. but yeah, and you had to do a lot of things by yourself, maybe, you know? And if that's the case, hey, congratulations, you made it, you're here, and we're gonna get to work, and we're gonna have open minds, and we're gonna learn, and we're gonna be empathetic, and we're going to be respectful of one another. And I am very excited to teach you all and to help you grow on your collegiate journey. And I am very excited to see what you guys will teach me. So that being said, I know that we all come from different walks of life, and I know that we all have different reasons for wanting to pursue our college degree, our whatever major you picked. You have a reason. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I thought it would be a really cool idea, you know, a really cool thing to do was to share my career path and a little bit of about my collegiate journey. So here goes. So actually, when I graduated high school, I'm from Corpus Christi. When I graduated high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't even know if I wanted to go to college, truth be told. But I had a feeling that I kind of wanted to do something with music, so I enrolled in my community college, Delmar College, and my first semester, believe it or not, I wasn't a music major. I was actually a cybersecurity major for at least a semester, I believe, and after that I was like, it's just not really for me. So I decided to become a music major because I believed that I wanted to be an orchestra director. So I was a music major for a good year, and I played in the band. I took cello lessons, the music theory lessons, ensemble. I was in choir, the whole thing. I was in jazz band. Played saxophone, alto sax, yeah. But anyways, I was in the music major life, and I thought, hey, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. But about a year in, I realized that, that's again, it wasn't for me. And I was always good at language arts. I always excelled in reading and writing and just, written rhetoric. And I was having a really, really tough semester. That last semester that I was a music major, it was one of the hardest semesters of my whole collegiate career. And I was thinking about dropping out of college. And just, joining the workforce, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I knew deep down that was not what I wanted. I didn't want to join the workforce. I didn't want to quit, but I didn't want to stay a music major either. And it was that semester that I actually took my first English composition course as a freshman in community college. And there I had a brilliant, wonderful professor, Sarah Kaplan. And it was in that English course that I sort of realized, hey, I'm good at this, or hey, I like this. This is something that I can see myself doing for the rest of my life, and it's something that doesn't cause me extreme anxiety or stress or a bunch of other problems, issues that I was having in my previous major. And it was that English course, actually, that sort of saved my life. Not to be, melodramatic and corny, but, it was that English course with Professor Kaplan that made me realize I don't want to drop out of college. I want to continue my education. And I want to change my major. I want to be an English major. So I went ahead the next semester, I switched majors, and from there on out, I'm an English major, so that's what happened. Funnily enough, I didn't have a plan for when I graduated community college. So with that being said, I didn't have a plan of action for after I graduated community college. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. For me, I thought, wow, I have an associate's. That's a degree higher than any of my family members have had. So I kind of thought, okay, well, I mean, that's enough, right? No, it wasn't. So, by pure providence, I had a friend that I made in community college. One day I was walking to a band rehearsal, and my friend was standing in the hallway, and she just like nonchalantly said, "Hey, do you want to be my roommate in San Marcos at Texas State University?" And I remember stopping, and I was like, "Oh, you're going to Texas State University, like you're gonna go get your bachelor's after this." And I just thought about it for a few seconds, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, I'll go with you." And that is how your professor decided that she would get her bachelor's degree, was because my friend asked me to room with her. And honestly, the rest is history. I moved to San Marcos with two very good friends from our community college back in Corpus Christi. And I can't complain. I put in the work. I realized, hey, this is what I want to do. I thrived a lot at Texas State University. There was a lot of great mentors, and the program was just phenomenal. And I had a lot of great, blessings, a lot of great opportunities there for my professional and personal growth. And after I got my bachelor's degree, I was like, hey, I want to teach freshmen now. Like, I want to teach college freshmen. So I went ahead and applied to graduate school, rhetoric and composition, and I got my master's degree. And now I am a professor. So with that being said, there was a lot of things that I skipped over because there are so many details, and there were so many, long nights at the library up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, working, studying, writing papers, what have you. You guys will find out pretty soon. But with that being said, that's my career path, and that was my career path, and actually I'm still on my career path right now. I am planning on getting my doctorate degree, my PhD in rhetoric and composition, with an emphasis or with a certification in women and gender studies. So if you hear me mention that at all throughout the semester, that's what it is. That's my career path. I think it's important for my students to know that, hey, it's not just you start college and then you're gonna end up blinking at the blink of an eye, you're gonna graduate and everything is gonna be smooth sailing. There's a lot, it's not a straight path. There's gonna be a lot of twists and turns and obstacles and challenges, and there's gonna be a lot of unexpected situations. And I'm sure that, with everything that's going on right now with COVID-19 and with the pandemic, we are already facing some challenges. And I say challenges, that doesn't mean that, that we're not going to overcome these, because we will. We're all in this together. I do know, and I recognize that everybody's situation is different. I have some of you guys are parents. Some of you guys are first gen. Some of you guys are living in the dorms. Some of you guys are with your families. Everybody's situation is different, but we can and we will overcome. So just know, if I'm going to give you my last little piece of commentary on this intro video, I would want to give you a piece of advice. Take it or leave it. But my piece of advice to my students at the beginning of every semester is, do not let one bad semester ruin your collegiate career. Do not let one bad semester ruin your life. Well, that is all that I have for today's video. I will continue to upload videos for the class, just some general tips like what to do when you don't know what you're doing, how to email your professor, the proper etiquette for that, and among other videos that I hope will help you guys as you navigate your collegiate career. So that is everything. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday or on Tuesday. Like I said, if you have any questions for me or any concerns or comments, just go ahead and shoot me an email and we could set up a time to chat over Zoom, Teams, or Skype. Or you could talk to me during my office hours, whenever. So that's it, scholars. Super excited for the start of the semester. All right, we're gonna be okay. Stay safe, try to stay healthy, wear your masks, wash your hands, and make smart choices.